Hi, this is Marcy.
And this is Kaylin. Thank you for listening to the Spend Less to Live More show. But before we get started, we'd like to quickly tell you about Anchor.fm.
It's an app that has creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer.
Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more.
You can even make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership.
It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So please download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor.fm to get started.
Thanks. Now, on with the show. Did you know that 1 out of 10 minors has had fraudulent credit activity due to criminals preying on folks who wouldn't think about checking their child's credit report? Would you like to avoid that happening to your loved ones? Then stick around to keep your family financially safe. You're listening to the Spend Less to Live More show. Hello there. We're here to help make your life run a little smoother. And the reason we call the show Spend Less to Live More is because we want you to spend less time, energy, and money on the things that are most important to you. And one of those things is making sure that your credit is up to par. However, many of us tend not to think about our own children's credit because who would think about that? We are thinking they don't have credit, so why should we check their credit reports? But as you learned at the top of the show, that's something that we should all be looking into, including me. So how do we do this? Well, you came to the right place to learn. The way you can do that is by heading to annualcreditreport.com and verifying if your child's credit report is listed. If it's not, then you're good to go. If it is, well, then you've got some action steps that you need to take care of. You will want to contact the credit bureau that has this erroneous information and reach out to them to address any issues. Let's also talk about our own credit reports for the adults. How do we ensure nothing erroneous is popping up on our own report? It's the same process. You head over to annualcreditreport.com and you're going to get all 3 reports from Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. I'll repeat those. Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. If something is not accurate on any of those 3 credit bureau reporting agencies, then you need to contact them to get it fixed. This actually happened to me a few years ago, and it said one of my reports said that I was dead. I will let you know I'm obviously not dead, and so I had to get that straightened out. It actually wasn't too painstakingly, bad of a process. However, it did take some time. So if you are thinking about renting a new home, getting a new house to buy, you definitely want to take care of this right away because sometimes it can take some time to get all that resolved. Also, I want to mention the real way that you can avoid hassles with your credit report is just by freezing it altogether. That is the best way a consumer can safeguard themselves from fraudulent activity. When I do say freezing your account or your credit, it means that any credit that you have in place right now, that you don't need to worry about that. That's not going to affect anything. It's for future credit. So if somebody is trying to use your social security number to gain access to some good credit and open up a credit card, then they can't do that. Same goes for opening up a cell phone line. So these are good tactics to put into place. Just go ahead and freeze your credit. You can set a PIN or you can thaw like almost instantly on the credit bureau's website. So it's not a hassle to thaw. If you want to truly get credit for yourself and get a new credit card, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to thaw that credit. The way you can freeze your credit is by going to the credit bureau and freezing your credit with that particular bureau. You have to do that. Like, for instance, I mentioned there's 3 of them. Those are the 3 major ones. There are others out there, but those are the major ones. So you go to each one and freeze your credit. I wish there was a way you can freeze them all at once or thaw them all at once, but there's not. So you just go to each one and create an account and thaw or freeze them. But before you do, I want you to do 2 things. I want you to, number 1, I want you to go to Social Security Administration's website at ssa.gov and sign up for an account there. This is how you'll continue to get your Social Security statements on an annual basis and confirm that everything is still accurate. You have to do that before you freeze your credit because they use your social security number to verify your identity. And if your credit is already frozen, then you can just thaw your credit to create an account. Now, the second action step is I want you to sign up for a free credit monitoring service like Credit Karma and Credit Sesame. Again, they will need your social security number, so make sure to do this before you freeze your credit, or like I said, you can just briefly thaw your credit to create an account. And these are services that will alert you and help you with building your credit actually as well, with suggestions and ways that you can pump up your FICO score. You don't have to take their suggestions because this is a free service. It's considered a freemium service and is available because credit cards advertise on their website. So feel free not to take their suggestions or feel free to take their suggestions, but I like some of their ideas on how you can boost your FICO score nevertheless. All right, so what's our family activity that we can help our little ones get engaged with credit? Well, what about talking with them? Talk about how the fact that every time you swipe a card, the merchant is swiping your account. Like the Dora the Explorer cartoon and her sneaky friend Swiper discuss the point that even though tangible dollars aren't necessarily being exchanged at a cashier register, money is still being deducted from your account. All right, our goal is to ensure your family becomes financially fit, and I trust that today's show did just that for you and your loved ones. If so, please share this episode with your friends and review us on your favorite streaming platform. It truly does help build our audience and creates a better financial future for us all. Until next time, have a great one.